So this illustration here is of two builders. We have this builder 1 here, builder 2. Both heard the sayings of Jesus. Okay, each builder built their house looking the same on the outside. It's just an illustration for you. The difference was in the foundation. Houses are seen, but the foundations are usually hidden. But the testing of the foundations are proven in storms and difficult times. So storms come into everyone's life. Each and every one of us, again, has had a storm in our life. Each and every one of us have persevered through it. Each and every one of us will have a storm in our life. Some of you may be in the midst of a storm right now. But this is where we need to cast our trust on the Lord. Again, everybody goes through circumstances, trials, afflictions, and suffering. No one's exempt. So the more years we've lived, I'm 62, and I've had 62 years of afflictions in my life. Not all of them, but I've had, the more years you live, the more affliction you have. It's just a reality of life. Not my whole life has been afflicted, but you understand what I'm saying. But the more we live in the Lord, the more we comprehend the importance of building something on a strong and firm foundation. So it's built on the rock, it's grounded in Jesus Christ, and that rock has substance. In 1971, I was in the Sylmar earthquake. I was 8 years old. Just a side note, I was also in the Whittier Narrows earthquake when it happened. I was also had a warehouse in Northridge in the Northridge earthquake. And after I moved up here, shortly after, we had an earthquake in the San Simeon Paso Robles earthquake. So earthquakes follow me. As long as I don't go anywhere, we're all good, okay? But one thing I noticed in the 1971 earthquake as a kid, it was interesting that you'd see all these houses standing and all of a sudden one gone. Toppled. You'd see another house standing, one toppled. And our whole neighborhood stood except one house across the street. It toppled. Same house, same builder, same foundation, same plan, same everything. This tract homes. I remember one time we were driving around looking at some of the devastation. I remember asking my dad, why do you think some of these houses are standing and why do you think some of them have fallen? Obviously we know that the way the earth shakes, he goes, probably had a lot to do with the foundation. I remember hearing that, didn't really think much of it, but it brought back that to my memory is that, you know, we have to know that the houses built on Jesus Christ, our life built on Jesus Christ, that these storms are going to come. Remember, the storm came, it was the same storm. It wasn't that the house built on the sand had a worse storm than the other, because I think that is like what we think in life, right? Oh my gosh, you've never been through what I went through. Oh my gosh, my situation is the worst ever, right? We think that when we're in the midst of it. But again, they had the same storm. One thing to take note of, it doesn't say that the one who built his house on the rock, he said, and it did not fall and it was founded, and great was his life. Great is the Lord's life in us. But notice the other one, it says, and the house fell and great was its fall. The devastation of not putting your hope and faith on the rock of Jesus Christ is devastating. It's devastating to us individually. It's devastating to our families, our children, and those we influence. How great is that fall? It goes on. It can go on for generations and generations. 1 Corinthians 3:11, for no other foundation can anyone lay than that which is laid, which is Jesus Christ. So Jesus is the foundation of our Christian life. He's our firm strength. Again, it's the foundation, the whole church, our whole belief is built on Jesus and Jesus alone. So if you're born again, if we're born again believer, your foundation is on Jesus Christ's life, right? Amen to that. But listen, everything rests on him. But if you don't know Jesus, his arms are open wide to receive you. He wants to call you to himself. You can have that same assurance that you can stand on Jesus Christ and not be rattled completely, that your foundation is going to be firm in him.